Hi, this is Christopher Bruza. Welcome back. This week we're here doing a tour with my Armalite AR-10A in the A2 configuration. And yes, this is an AR-10A, even though they were not offered as a standard offering. This is the A model, which accepts PMAGs, SR25 mags, and the original Armalite magazines. When the AR-10 was originally created through the original Armalite company, they had their own magazines. They were aluminum magazines, kind of a waffle pattern, and later they sought to improve the design, partially because of magazine bans and stuff like that, to take an M14 style magazine. It was actually a modified M14 magazine, and that required changes to the receiver. Times have since changed, and we have PMAGs available and several other double feed SR25 stoner style magazines, which many think are superior. So back in 2012, I think it was SHOT Show 2012, maybe 2013, Armalite changed from the AR-10B, which took the M14 magazines, and released the AR-10A. Don't know why they mixed up the letters, but regardless, they changed all their designs. At that time, they also dropped the integral carry handle upper. I believe they always offered an A4 style upper, but they dropped this. And I love the vintage M16 AR-15 style rifles with the integral carry handle, fixed buttstock, and so on. And when I actually bought my first AR, this in the AR-10B configuration with olive furniture was very, very, very high on my list. The open sights aren't as functional, but there's something special about these rifles. So we'll start at the back and work our way forward and talk about it. Before, please like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoy it. If not, sorry. But okay, so your standard A2 buttstock. I would love to find an A1 style for it, or something shorter. It's a bit long. It's just over 14 inches, something like that, which I don't like. When I first acquired this rifle, I put the Magpul PRS stock on it, which functionally fit me a lot better. Did not look the part. It looked horrendous. So I put the original buttstock back on. This isn't a rifle you're going to be clearing houses with or something like that. Not that I do that. But, you know, your standard hard butt pad. It's got a compartment in the back for cleaning supplies or a cleaning kit. But it really looks the part on this. So I deal with that longer length of pull, primarily for the aesthetics, which you can argue with. Now, as you see this rifle, it's pretty much stock, and most of these you see have an A2 with the little nubbin between your second and third finger on the grip. This is an A1 style grip, and I don't like it, but again, it looks the part. It's swept back, and I have much more of a shooting style where my arm is in and my hand's more forward, and I did put a Bravo company grip on here, which is more upright, and again, it looked horrendous. It didn't look the part, so I took it off. I guess we'll talk about the receiver. This is an AR-10A receiver. So this right here, rifle 7.62 millimeter AR-10A, Armalite Incorporation, Genesoa, Illinois. And this receiver has always been the AR-10A, which accepts the magazines. One easy way to tell, the AR-10Bs do not have this protrusion right here coming down from the magazine catch. So if you see that, it's the AR-10A, the newer design. Now the upper started its life as an AR-10B, A2 upper. And I sent it to Armalite, had a contact there, and sent it to them, and they modified the receiver. You have to do some extra milling and stuff on the inside. Modified the receiver to be AR-10A specification. The receiver was re-anodized, the upper receiver, and it matches perfectly. And so it works with the PMAGs. The AR-10A has a different mag catch and bolt catch along with the different receivers. But it functions flawlessly, it shoots great, not overgassed, anything like that. Standard forward assist and the A2 style sight. So you have windage and elevation in the rear, and you also do have a windage elevation up front. There's some not super clean forging marks up here, but that's what you get with an Armalite. This isn't a showpiece. That's a rifle. It's meant to be shot. Now I normally shoot ARs left-handed because I'm left-eye dominant. Being that this kicks quite a bit more, I shoot this right-handed. I also didn't want to go and put a AMB safety on it because, again, aesthetics. One thing I did do is I put a Raptor charging handle on it, simply because it functions a lot better and it's easier to grab, and aesthetically you don't really notice it. This rifle shoots fairly good. It'll shoot, small, like baseball-sized groups at 100 yards with open sights, which for my needs is good and about all I would expect for an open-sighted rifle. Beyond the charging handle, another modification I made was a Geisley SSAE trigger. The original trigger was horrendous. It was just your standard mil spec, gritty, clunky, horrendous trigger, and I'm a trigger snob, so it got a Geisley trigger in it, which I'm glad it has because it shoots a lot better. When this came back from Armalite, the delta ring was fairly light in it. I mean, right now you can easily do it with your hand, and I did change it out. So it came back, it was really light. I'd be using it, pull on the handguards, and I could easily pop the handguards off. So I changed the delta ring, and this one is sufficient. It's been used a lot, so you can use it with your hands. I know, like when you buy a new Colt or something like that, LE 6920, they're very hard to pull. This isn't that way. It's about perfect. I can still access the handguards without tools, and it doesn't move around on me. A2 handguard, heat shields in it, just what you would expect. Pinned front sight base, rifle length gas system, bayonet lug, so obviously not a Ban era rifle like a lot of the AR-10Bs were. I mean, from my understanding, that's kind of why they use the M14 magazines, or modified M14 magazines, was so you can obtain 20-round magazines. You weren't limited to 10-rounders. Going forward, the barrel is chrome lined. It's a chromoly steel, and it's 11¼ inch twist rate. And I did change the flash hider to a Badger Ordnance Mini FTE muzzle brake. I mean, it's a 308, doesn't kick a ton, but it helps. I had it sitting around. Aesthetically, I don't see a problem with it. It makes the rifle a bit more pleasant to shoot, assuming you're wearing ear protection. Basic A2 style AR-10, but getting down to it, it accepts the PMAGs, which is what made it slightly interesting and why I'm doing a video on it. We are going to shoot this at the range. It's the type of gun I take to the range quite a bit. It's probably got, I don't know, 500, 600, 800 rounds on it. It's something I'll take to the range and shoot when like a precision rifle is cooling down, or something along those lines. It's just fun to shoot. In my mind, this is kind of an ideal, like a truck gun. Something that's rugged. You aren't gonna break by tossing it around, leaving it in the back of your truck. And it can handle just about any task you throw at it. So, short video this week. I had planned to get the 6mm project to the range. I was under the weather earlier in the week and that didn't happen. I still wanted to get a video out. So, my AR-10A A2 configuration Armalite, and until next time, enjoy.